What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna open up some MTG Arena Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms packs. They just debuted it on Arena. So we're gonna do that today to see what kind of packs, how the packs look like. I know they're digitally, but we're gonna see how the packs look like, what the cards look like in the packs, and what kind of cards are in the packs. I know there's spoilers out there, but this will kind of give us a feel of what to expect when we're opening the packs from the booster boxes. So let's go ahead and get started right now. Okay, let's open pack number 1. I got 16 packs here, guys. So let's see what we can pull. Alright, we have Ray of Enfeeblement. Target creature gets -4/-1 until end of turn. If that creature is white, it gets -4/-1. Interesting. Black hates white. Reach when Elterguard Ranger enters the battle, create a 2/2 wolf creature token. Okay, 5 casting costs. It's built steep. Veteran Dungeoneer. When a veteran Dungeoneer enters the battle, venture into a dungeon. So there's the dungeon card, 1 of 3. There's 3 different types of dungeon cards. So there goes the different levels. You have the dungeon level, lost level, and deep mines level. They give you different options of what to do, and you choose. Or the whole venture into the dungeon type of ability there. So that's what that is. Let me see if I can. Won't let me pick a right click. There you go. So there's a second dungeon. Second dungeon is cave entrance. You get a scry, and you get to choose. You go to Goblin Lair and Mine Tunnels, and you get to. That way, you get to choose and pick which one you want. You either get a 1/1 Goblin if you choose a Goblin Lair, or you get a treasure token if you decide to go through the Mine Tunnels, and that way you go to the different levels. And then once you get to the Temple of Dumathoin, I think that's how you say it, draw a card. So that's what that looks like. Brazen Dwarf. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Brazen Dwarf deals 1 damage to each opponent. So again, it plays into the whole Dungeons and Dragons dice mechanic. Okay, there we go. Contact other plane. So here, roll a d20, a 20-sided dice. So then here's another aspect of the game with Magic. Now you have to incorporate d20 dice, so that way you can play with these type of abilities here. Roll a d20, 1 through 9, you draw 2 cards. 10 through 19, scry 2, then draw 2 cards. 20, scry 3, then draw 3 cards. So there you go. Well, you can put it together. So Strixhaven red blue works out there. Faraday's Fireball deals 5 damage. Here's Faraday's Fireball. 5 damage to target creature planeswalker. Roll a d20 die. 1 through 9. Fireball deals 2 damage to each player. 10 through 20. Fireball deals 2 damage to each opponent. Okay. Interesting. And we got an uncommon withdrawal. And our rare is white. White enters the battlefield tapped. 2 for a 3/2 casting cost. Not too bad. Life Drain. Whenever a creature dealt damage by white. Whenever a creature dealt damage by white this turn dies, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature card and an exile card. Interesting. Decent rare there. Nice. Alright. Pack number 2. Let's see what this is all about. Our uncommons, Bag of Holding. That is a reprint. Yes, Bag of Holding? I believe so. Whenever discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Draw a card, then discard a card. Sacrifice it. Tap 4. Return all cards exiled. Return back onto their owner's hand. Interesting. Hey, what's going on, Prios? Lightfoot Rogue, Sneak Attack. So this is where, again, rolling a... I don't know if this is going to turn off or on Magic players, especially the ones that do not play Dungeons and Dragons. It just adds more mechanics into the game. And it just seems like it would make the process of the game a lot longer. I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts, ideas about this whole Dungeons and Dragons incorporation here? But a lot of rolling of the dice. Sneak attack, whenever Light Rogues attacks, roll a d20. 1 through 9 gains Death Touch until end of turn. 10 through 19 gets +1 +0 and gains the touch. 20, it gets 3 +0 gains First Strike and Death Touch until end of turn. There's one tricky thing. Make sure you guys... pretty sure you guys play with friends, but you never know. You might want to check the other individuals' 20-sided dice, because there are dice out there that just have the number 20 on all sides. So please be aware of that. Make sure you guys check just in case. You never know. Alright, here's a 6 for 2/5 Whirlwind. I've never seen that before. Whirlwind, when air cult elemental enters the battlefield, return up to one other target creature to... Okay, so it just returns another creature. So that's why the casting cost is so high. Not really a big fan of that card. There's that card again. Knoll Camp, intimidate them or fend them off. Again, the whole Dungeons and Dragons idea incorporated into these cards. Delver's Torch. Whenever it's a equipment, a creature gets +1/+1. Whenever a creature attacks, venture into the dungeon. Okay, that's interesting. Why? Because you get a scry. The whole dungeon mechanic is interesting there. Dwarf Barbarian, smash the chest, destroy target artifact when it enters the battlefield, or pry it open, create a treasure token. I think for a 3 casting cost, 2/2, and 2 different abilities like that, that's a decent common there. All right, and our rare is Grazilax, Illithid Scholar, 3 cast cost for 3/2. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Interesting. Okay, there's a whole blue draw card mechanic. That's a pretty interesting card there. All right, let's check out some more cards here. Let's just do uncommons. Oh, I got a mythic there. Mythic model. Critical hit. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. When you roll a natural 20, return critical hit from graveyard to your hand. Okay. There you go. So that's can always come back into your hand. Interesting. Hulking Bugbear, 3 cast cost for 3/3 haste. Okay, nothing too special. And this is not included in the draft packs. All right, but nice in arena, of course. Always nice in arena. Plate armor. Creature gets 3/3 and has ward. Ward is whenever a permanent with ward becomes a target of spell or ability and opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays the ward cost. Okay. Equipment. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each other equipment control. Wild Shape. Choose one until end of turn. Target creature you control has base power. It's either 1/3 turtle with hexproof, 1/5 spider with reach, or 3/3 elephant with trample. Interesting. Instant, huh? That's interesting. All right. And our rare is the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Other goblins you control get +1/+1. Definitely could work well in a commander deck here with, especially Goblin Commander, right? Tap a red. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord deals damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield under control this turn to any target. Okay, that's pretty interesting. For 3 cast cost 2/3, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Especially for you goblin people. What's going on, Zach? How you doing? Thanks for joining. We're just opening up some arena packs today. Looking at the uncommons and the rares. Whenever Guild Thief deals damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it. Cutting action, 4 casting cost. Guild Thief can't be blocked. Ah, that's an interesting card. Orc Rogue Guild Thief. Divine Smite, target creature, planeswalker, and opponent control pays out. If that permanent is black, exile instead. See, I'm wondering how this. I'm gonna play a draft, but they gotta have to incorporate some kind of dice roll in arena for us to be able to play this mechanic. It's gonna get really complicated, especially on the phone, I would think. No, we're just opening some packs. I'm gonna do some draft. I'm just kind of getting the sense of. Or Zach is asking, is this draft? No, I'm getting a sense of what the cards look like. and how arenas, especially on the mobile side, is going to deal with all these extra mechanics, whether it's the D20 dice, the dungeons. Pretty crazy. So this is a white-black Triumphant Adventurer, Death Touch, 1/1. As long as your turn, Triumphant Adventurer has first strike. Whenever Triumphant Adventurer attacks, venture into the dungeon. That's pretty decent, I would think. 2 casting costs for 1/1. Get it out pretty quickly. So, okay, interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna play some draft. I'm really gonna see how the gameplay is, especially with these dungeon mechanics. It's crazy. Chaos Channeler, here's another one. Wild Magic Surge. Whenever Chaos Channeler attacks, roll a d20. So it's a 4 casting cost for a 4/3. Exile the top of your card, you may play it this turn. Exile the top 2 cards of your library, you may play them this turn. And then the 20, exile 3, you may play them this turn. You still have to have quite a bit of land and mana out there to really take advantage of that. So I don't think that would be too great. And a Gelatinous Cube Engulf. When Gelatinous Cube enters the battlefield, exile target non-ooze creature an opponent controls until Gelatinous Cube enters the battlefield. Okay, we have this there. Dissolve X and black. Put target creature card with mana value XL'd with Gelatinous Cube into his owner's graveyard. Okay, interesting. Still pretty high. I think it's. I don't think I would use that personally, but you know, I'm not the greatest deck brewer here, so. Burning Hands. 2 casting costs, 2 damage to that target creature. If that permanent is green, it deals 6 damage. Okay, definitely if you you played your sidebar there, will work well against green decks. You meet in a tavern. What's going on, Tiffany? I'm just opening packs, arena, kind of to get a sense of what these cards are looking like. Form a party. Look at the top 5. I already pulled your Goblin card, so you missed it, Tiffany. You may roll any number of creature cards from among them, put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Start a roll. Creatures you control get 2/2 until end of turn. Sorcery, 4 casting costs. Okay. And our rare, it's a mythic. Minsk Beloved Ranger. When Minsk Beloved Ranger enters the battlefield, create Boo, a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token with trample and haste. Okay. So that's 3 casting costs for a 3/3 and an additional 1/1 Boo on the side. And then tap X until end of turn. Target creature you control has base power and toughness of XX and becomes a giant in addition to other types. Activate as sorcery. That's interesting. So you get to make Boo into a giant hamster. So interesting card there. All right. Let's just look at the rares now. Here we go. Meteor Swarm. Tap 3 plus X deals 8 damage divided as you choose among X target creatures. I'm not really liking these cards. I think there's better damage out there that is less casting costs. Yes, it can be spread out, but I think there's a couple cards out there that are a bit better, lower casting costs. Not as restrictive as 3 red either. Let's see what else we get here. Oh, look at this. So Warlock class. Gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. So you tap 2. So this is an enchantment for 1 casting cost. You tap 2. When this class becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library and put one of them into your hand and rest into your graveyard. Tap 7. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Okay, that could be pretty powerful, but against 7 casting costs, pretty high. And we got some dogs in here. And we got a, Orcry, I'm gonna say Orcry Jelly. Trample, it's green with X casting cost. Jelly enters the battlefield, X 1/1 counters on it. Split, when Orchid Jelly dies, if it had 2 or more 1/1 counters on create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step, the enters the battlefield with half has been. Okay, so if it dies, it enters if it enters with half the amount of XX counters. Interesting. Can live on forever. Powerful enough like this. Well, for at least a couple of rounds. Here's a Temple of the Dragon Queen land card. As the Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, tap unless you revealed a dragon card this way or control a dragon. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. Okay, that's you're right on the dragon deck there, right? Dragon Commander, that's actually a pretty decent card. That's pretty cool. I'm liking that. Alright, here we go. Black Staff of Waterdeep. 1 blue casting cost. You may choose not to untap the Black Staff of Waterdeep during your untap step. So I think with Dungeons and Dragons, you're going to be revolving around a lot of dice and artifacts, key artifacts in the game. Tapped 2. Another target non-artifact creature you control becomes a 4/4 creature for as long as the Black Staff of Waterdeep remains tapped. Activate only as a sorcery. So technically you could have a 4/4 for the entire round. So that's a pretty interesting for 1 casting cost. Or you can technically by round 2 get a 4/4 creature. So that's pretty decent. Next up, there's another one. Here we go. Barbarian class for the red. Tap 2. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, target creature gets 2/0 and gains menace. And then tap 3. Creatures you control have haste. Okay. Interesting. We got another Triumphant Adventurer. Duplication already. That sucks. Alright, let's keep on moving, guys. Interesting here. Oh, you don't want to see that. That's just the gold. Wild draw. Same uncommon. Alright, we have Froghemoth. Trample haste 5 casting costs for 4/4. Whenever Froghemoth deals combat damage to a player, exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Okay. Put a 1 counter on Froghemoth for each creature card exiled this way. Oh, that's interesting. 5 for 4/4. Trample haste. Decent card. You put that along with what's his name? Vorinclex, huh? You could get him buffed up in just 1-2 rounds. But 5 casting costs. You get him out by turn 2, right? With green. That'd be an interesting card. Green Dragon. So here's definitely your dragons are in Dungeons and Dragons, of course. And even with Strixhaven, you're gonna get the dragon card. Probably is even more important now. I forget what it's called. It's a common, but it's also a pretty decent card in Strixhaven. And there's your Hobgoblin card, Miss Tiffany, Bandit Lord. What is that card called in Strixhaven? I'm getting angry now. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Let me take a look real quick. It's Dragon's Approach. That's what it is. Dragon's Approach definitely maybe used even more, especially now. There's our Hobgoblin. Another duplicate card there. 2 more packs to go. Dragon's Approach. Take a look into that, guys. Strixhaven. Alright, we have another mythic. Demolish. 4 blue. Skeleton Wizard for 4/3. Spell cost blue. Let's cast. For each instant sorcery spell you cast this turn. So technically, with blue, you could get this out by what, turn 2? I'm thinking you can get it out by turn 2. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery spell you cast this turn. Oh, never mind. I thought it was in your graveyard. Whenever Devilish attacks, exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Copy it. You may cast the copy. You may cast Demolish from your graveyard by exiling 4 instant or sorcery cards from your graveyard in addition to paying its other cost. That's a little confusing there. It seems very powerful. Demolish. I'm gonna say, but it seems like a pretty powerful card for a blue there. According to TCG right now, let's see what it is. How much it's priced at. That'll give you an idea. Like, usually when I look at the prices, it gives you an idea of how popular the card might be. And it is $23.84. This is one of the top cards of the set. Yeah, it's the 4th most expensive card in the set. So definitely a decent card. Demolish. Alright, last pack, guys. Here we go, Monk Class. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library for as long. A lot of different mechanics I haven't seen, not used to. So it's gonna be a little getting used to, especially when I'm about to play draft. Let's see. I'm gonna do a premier draft. 10,000 coins. I got enough. 50,000, 7,000. Been, saving it up. You get 3 packs and you do a premier draft. I'll do a separate video for that live coming up soon. Probably tomorrow, guys. So make sure you guys check it out tomorrow. So we'll do a premier draft Forgotten Realms tomorrow. See what the cards look like and how the cards look like in play. Thanks, guys.